This is the importance of nutrition. Whenever you eat properly, whenever all of your diet is running correctly for you, it's the difference between having enough energy to keep going, keep getting up and keep fighting, and it's the difference between something being missing one day. You can't you can't ever accept something being missing. If your energy levels drop just a tiny bit, your motivation drops, or your recovery just isn't quick enough, anything like that just completely affects what you're going towards. Any type of small effect on what you're doing creates a big difference in the future. That's why you see someone who's either totally on point or someone that's starting to maybe slack, they're starting to take time off, and then before you know it, they're no longer there, they're no longer going anywhere. Those little small drops just make big differences. This is the importance of nutrition. If you eat good enough, if your body's getting food inside of it that it knows this is what I use, this is where I put it, I'm able to be better and more effective. This is natural for me. Because everybody out there requires a different diet. Not everybody's going to eat the same amount, the same foods. So many different components go into what you should eat. So you could never say everybody eats this amount of calories, everybody should eat this diet. You find out what works for you. Whenever you do that, whenever you realize this is what I should be eating and what I shouldn't be eating, you take out a massive amount of the lethargy that most people have, the tiredness that people have, the times that they're maybe on point and then another day they're not on point. Because whenever you eat foods that you're not supposed to eat, it makes it that bit more difficult for your body to digest it, to detoxify, to get rid of what shouldn't be in it. And then as those things start to accumulate, that's the difference between a week down the line, you're fresh and effective and pumping, or a week goes down the line and you're thinking, I don't even have the energy for the day, I slept all night, what's going on, why is this? Or you do get to the evening and you say, I can't sleep. Because whenever your body's not processing stuff, it's maybe amping up its energy, saying, I need to get all this out of me. And you're not getting rid of it quick enough, and your body's going, what's going on here? Do people realize? Because you have to question, if you don't notice that something's in your body that shouldn't be there, that you're eating these foods and it's just not being processed, and you're noticing, I don't feel as good today, I don't have as much energy, but you can't say don't eat that again. If you can't say never again am I going to eat that, then you're not setting yourself up for that long-term success. You have to be sharp and quick in life. That's what I say, sharp and speed. Because if it's not quick, then you could be making a mistake over and over again. Soon those things add up and you've just taken away from what you could be doing. I never want to see that. Great athletes, great business people, great people who are going to make a positive effect don't need shit like that. You need to be so quick you realize that's good and that's not helping me. Get rid of that stuff and increase that. That's how nutrition works. Whenever you eat properly, whenever you eat what you're supposed to eat, whenever you get the proper nutrition that works for you, and you're going to figure it out the more you do it. It's like anything. You start working out enough, you realize how your body responds to it. You realize what works, what doesn't work. Then you keep doing what works and you progress. It's the same way with nutrition. You start trying different foods, you realize it makes sense that a salad with a protein source that I've eaten before and felt good from is going to be a lot better than the fast food restaurant. So you go straight to the good stuff. Then you say, what's better here? Well, what's new? Well, what is it that I'm seeing that people are getting good results from? You maybe try it or research it and then you go, I'm going to try this is going to work. Then you're able to take yourself forward. That's the way it is in working out. You realize you start off, you try different exercises, different routines, and then you start to be able to say, I like this exercise and I'm getting the best results by doing this. This works for me. That's the way nutrition is. You keep progressing with it. You don't say I eat 3 meals a day and you eat the exact same meals for the rest of your life. You go through everything. You make it all better. And then ultimately that's going to fuel you. No longer do you have the mornings. How often do you see this? People are in work for 2 hours and they're still not awake. Their bodies, their thinking's not. They're still not processed the stuff from yesterday. A massive amount of that's nutrition. Whenever you're clean, you're able to think better. You're able to move better. No longer do you have the mornings where you're taking a minute to actually say, where am I? What's going on? Oh, this is the day. Okay, the day's ahead of me. This is the difference between being sharp. As soon as you wake up, you're going. Unfortunately, a lot of people, through bad decisions, if you drink alcohol at night and you think your next day is going to be an effective one, it's highly unlikely, and it's definitely not helping you. If you finish your night off well hydrated, and your whole day was spent with good nutrition, and you've been building off that over and over again, that every single day you've been eating good, you can be guaranteed every single day you're waking up better, more alert, more able. These are people who are able to make big changes and big differences in their life. So it comes back to nutrition, the importance of nutrition. Why do we eat healthily? Why do we get better with our diets? Because it makes such a big difference with where you're going with your own health, your own body, and your own mission. Get those things on point. Get your diet on point. And just the simple small things of hydration, getting in enough water, eating a lot of vegetables in your diet, ideally raw, picking better things to cook with, not going for the food sources out there that are from cheap, low quality sources that are cooked in bad fats, going for a more raw, high vegetable diet with plenty of things that provide nutrition for you. If you're going to eat those protein sources, go for good quality protein sources. It's always going to be a good quality chicken breast over a deep fat fried processed product. We can see the differences and we know that. Start with where you're at, stay tuned with the channel, and I'm going to show you some magnificent recipes that are just going to make the difference in your life.